Mr. Szijja, you just arrived earlier this morning, and you have already met with our Secretary of State, Marco Rubio. I was wondering if you could just give us a little information about how that meeting went and your feeling coming out of it.
We are so happy that now we are having friends in Washington. This is a totally new feeling for us. The last 4 years during the Biden administration, we were treated in a very hostile manner. So high-level negotiations were totally out of question. Now, as President Trump is back to the White House, the whole relationship got intensified, especially in the Western political life. Patriotism, conservatism, Christian democracy, they usually come together. We have been carrying out a Christian political strategy, putting emphasis on family, labor, on security, and Christian values, and we have been supporting the Christian communities all around the world.
Do you think that there's any room in the future, or do you think there's any consideration for a more Christian-oriented international cooperation alliance, things like that?
Look, the pendulum has gone very far to the liberal direction, especially in Europe, where the liberal mainstream basically overruled everything. And the liberal mainstream cannot digest conservative success. Let's put it this way. But we are very committed to push this pendulum back and build an alliance, maybe a global one, of patriotic forces. We are now the third largest group in the European Parliament already, once again out of scratch. So that shows very clearly that there's a demand for the alliance, international alliance of the patriotic forces.
Do you see cooperation with Russia and specifically China as an impediment to relations with the United States, as Donald Trump very vociferously has talked about a skepticism and a desire to move away from Chinese influence, both in manufacturing that's shipped here and also job markets and various other factors that keeps America tied economically to China?
We are not dogmatic on the origin of the investors. So whoever brings a good investment to Hungary, creates new jobs, respects the law and regulations, adds to the national economic achievement, adds to the technological level, and does not want to put influence on political issues, they are welcome.
I just wonder, does Hungary take sort of cautionary measures to ensure that if there were to be a trade war between the United States and China or any other country or faction that is also invested in Hungary, are you prepared for the sort of diplomatic, I don't want to say chaos, but the sort of diplomatic uncomfortableness that could come?
Well, you have to be prepared for everything, even for the worst case scenario. But where we do have influence is rather the US-EU relations. And there, my position is crystal clear. The European Commission has screwed it up.